The Shore of Oblivion, or Gestalt des Vergessenheit, is a painting by Eugen Bracht, very representative of German symbolism. He painted 8 versions between 1889 and 1916, with only 2 of them preserved today. Although there are a few variations between the versions, it's a bit like the 5 versions of Böcklin's Isle of the Dead, another major work of German symbolism. In fact, the 2 paintings are very closely linked since Emperor Wilhelm II received one of the versions and hung it next to his copy of Isle of the Dead. The painting depicts a desolate shoreline marked by its loneliness. It leaves its interpretation quite free, but the theme of death is present throughout its symbolism, in stark contrast to Bracht's other works. In Signalis, Gestalt is a level that occurs twice. The first time after we descend deep down into the hole at the bottom of the Sierpinski mining facility on Rotfront, the 9th planet of the fictional solar system of Signalis that closely mirrors our own. It is likely but not certain that because all of Signalis takes place in a dream, this is a twisted mirror of the real world that only exists in the mind of the dreamer known as Ariane, and is projected outwards by her powerful bioresonant mind in the form of the promise our protagonist Elster needs to fulfill. This promise came after Ariane suffered from radiation sickness due to a leakage in the reactor of their experimental reconnaissance ship, the Penrose, upon which Elster, being a cybernetic herself, promised to cut off the life support of her cryopod while she was sound asleep. This, however, never happened, as Elster passed away before she could complete the task, thus starting the dream. Upon entering the first version of Gestalt, we find ourselves emerging from a dark tunnel. This tunnel vaguely takes the shape of the hooded King in Yellow, another work of symbolism that permeates this game, oozing out of its every crevice. The first visit to Gestalt features several notes strewn about the shores. These notes are mostly quotes from the King in Yellow. The second visit to Gestalt features more notes that seem to be from the perspective of Ariane. Please, just make it stop. Please, an ocean of memories where I ends and we begin. Those of us who can hear its call in the night, an invitation. Something old, far older than humanity, sleeps deep below the ground. Great holes secretly are digged, where earth's pores ought to suffice, and things have learned to walk that ought to crawl. We should never have left the primordial soup. Only through death can I escape the call of the one who rules above all life. But I fear the dark sea that will swallow me. Come join us, together we will be eternal. There is no escape, we will be one. Those who sing the same song have heard it in their dreams, a dark tone at the edge of hearing, a silent voice whispering to my heart. This visit is also different in that it has a boat on the shore. This boat is very reminiscent to the one depicted in the Isle of the Dead painting, and upon entering, Elster is able to progress on her journey once more. When considering these notes and the point at which Gestalt appears in the story of Signalis, it is clear that its significance is to be a transitionary piece between life and death, the known and the unknown, the here and the nowhere, as well as serving as a subtle hint to what Elster promised Ariane, a swift death so she would not have to suffer, a promise doomed to remain forever broken as the dream continues to reset itself.